Welcome to Toro NSN's Training in 10, an innovative self-paced training module that allows you to get trained and get going. Today's topic is Quick Start Part 1, Languages and Units and Hardware Configuration. While this presentation is focused on Lynx 4.0 versions and higher, the principles apply to all versions of Lynx. If you are programming a system from scratch, you will need to open the File Manager and then select Open Empty Database. This will load an empty database into the operating system. After the database has been loaded into the system, you will need to select the launch links to start the software. The first screen that opens is the Languages and Units in Lynx. This allows you to customize the languages and units for the specific location you are programming. There are 16 different languages to choose from in Lynx. If you happen to be programming in one type of language, you can change that language in the advanced setup during the operational portion of Lynx. Within the Units section in Lynx, you start with the distances. They can be set to either feet or meters. There are 4 different pressure settings in Lynx, that being bars, kilograms per square centimeter, kilopascals, or pounds per square inch. There are also 4 area measurements, that being acres, square feet, hectares, or square meters. The next is the temperature settings for Lynx. You can use either Celsius or Fahrenheit. The last in this column is the precipitation rate. That can be set in either inches per hour or millimeters per hour. The top of the second column is the low flow. This one can be measured in either gallons per minute, empirical gallons per minute, liters per minute, liters per second, or cubic meters per hour. You can also set the high flow. This is measured in 1,000 gallon per minute, 1,000 empirical gallons per minute, liters per minute, liters per second, or cubic meters per hour. The small volume measurements have 6 options. They are in acre feet, cubic feet, gallons, empirical gallons, liters, or cubic meters. There are also 6 measurements for the large volume flows. That is 1,000 cubic feet, 1,000 gallons, 1,000 empirical gallons, 1,000 liters, 1,000 cubic meters, or acre feet. There are also 3 wind speeds for Lynx: kilometers per hour, meters per second, or miles per hour. The final units to be set up is the evapotranspiration rate, or ET. Those rates can be set in either inches per day, inches per week, millimeters per day, or millimeters per week. Once you have finished setting up the languages and units, then click on the OK button to move to the next step. The screen that comes up after you've hit OK is the hardware configuration. This screen is organized from top to bottom. At any time, you can close this screen, open the File Manager, and save the system. We start with the platform. This is the hardware in the field, followed by the field hardware interface units, either that of the FIU, base station, or gateway. The next is the weather station. The weather station can communicate with either Campbell Scientific or Spectrum Technology Watchdog 2910. The next is the handheld. This is the handheld radio interface utilized by all hardware for area-based operation commands. The next is the station satellites or gateway station groups, and this is utilized to identify the hardware addresses in the field. The last section is to select the sprinkler types that are utilized at your facility. GDC is the first hardware type. GDCR has remote gateways. The third GDC system is the GDC AC, which is an AC-driven decoder system. All GDC systems require a CSV file when utilizing Quick Start to identify the station and the decoder and offset address. All three CSV files are located in Libraries, Documents, GDC. When utilizing Lynx Quick Start, it will take you to this location when you click Import Stations. All CSV files are very similar. You can input the gateway numbers, the station group numbers, the station number, the decoder address, and the offset prior to programming. Or, in the operational portion of Lynx, you can update those as well. Toro builds three types of decoders: the single station, the two station, and the four station decoder. The offset that is utilized is the station within the decoder. A two station decoder has offsets 1 and 2. A four station decoder would have offsets 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you have selected the hardware, the next steps are very easy. You select the field interface hardware device selection, and that might be either radio or wireline depending upon your hardware type. You will then select which COM port to attach that to. Now this can be changed at a later date. We then select from the weather station what COM port we have attached the weather station to on the computer. If we are using the handheld, we again select the appropriate COM port that we are attaching that handheld radio interface to on the computer. Notice that these COM ports have become red, and once they're used, the others are grayed out. After selecting the COM ports in an OSMAC, Network VP, or Network VPE system, you will need to set the basic station hardware identifiers of group and satellite addresses. At the bottom of the screen is a note that explains the nomenclature to utilize to identify those hardware addresses. Remember, you can have more than one course within Lynx, and they are separated by the semicolons, and each group identifies an individual course. Our example shows just a single course, one close parentheses, 1, 3, 6-20. That identifies the group and the satellite addresses. If you are programming a GDC system, Lynx automatically imports the gateways and the station groups from the CSV file described earlier. The next step is to select the sprinkler types at your facility. By default, there are 5 types already available: the 570, 590 pop-ups, the Infinity 34/15 834 SDT34, the Infinity 34/25 834 SDT34, the Infinity 35-6 835, and the Infinity 55-6 855 series. From the drop-down list available, we can also add additional sprinkler types to our Lynx system. Here we have added the 2001 and the 690 sprinklers. Once you have finished this portion, click the Apply button. There is a follow-up training attend that explains the final 2 portions of Quick Start. Well, another 10 minutes has gone by and you have just completed another episode of NSN's Training in 10. Today's topic has been Quick Start Part 1, Languages and Units, and Hardware Configuration. We hope that this Training in 10 lesson was helpful for you to better understand this helpful tool, and that it helps further enhance your career working with the #1 irrigation central control product available, Toro Lynx Control System. Be sure to keep looking for future installments of NSN's Training in 10, the self-paced training module that allows you to get trained and get going. If you have any questions about this or about future training module releases, or if you would like to participate in one of our acclaimed Toro Lynx regional training classes, please contact us by calling 888-676-8676 option 2. Once again, that's 888-676-8676 option 2. Toro NSN Training also invites you to follow us on our Twitter site so that you can get the latest updates on where we are, what we're doing, and the new training opportunities for you to participate in. You can find us at twitter.com/@Toro NSN Training and send a request to follow us. Toro and Toro's National Support Network. Count on it.